Just like every time. There it is. We're here. The T. Higgins jersey, the Jamar Chase jersey. The signings were made official today. We're going to talk a lot more about it. Talked a ton about it Sunday. We're going to talk to Matt from Project Game Day about the hottest draft party in Cincinnati coming up next month. We're going to get some more details on that. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. We're probably going to say some dumb things into these microphones coming up next on Cincy Unfiltered. Oh, did click the button.
Your boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Cincy Unfiltered. How are we doing tonight, Drew?
Just almost knocked my monitor off, so we're off to a hot start.
Good start. Good start. Great.
Dude, the jersey's here already.
We up.
Ordered it Sunday night on the live.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say accidentally. I did it on purpose. I was like, fastest shipping possible.
Yeah.
I have to have it now.
Is that 2 days? 1 day? Where are we at?
Dude, I ordered it Sunday at like midnight.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
The Fanatics warehouse is in Columbus, so it's not far. So like if they had this just there already, all they had to do was send it out.
Oh, shout out Fanatics. We should probably get invited on a tour there. That'd be really fun. But to the millions and millions of people watching everywhere, welcome to Cincy Unfiltered. Like I just said, as always, presented by the beautiful Garage Beer. We have a lot to talk about tonight, folks. I don't know if you know this, but we signed a couple of guys. They were already on the team, right? Okay, whatever. But we extended them, and they're superstars, man. They're absolute superstars.
I'm just still riding the high. I said on Twitter earlier, I said, let's take the rest of the day to celebrate. Then let's figure out what the fuck we're going to do about our guards. But for right now, we're still going to celebrate this. The signings became official today, obviously. I did not turn on one of my lights. There we go. So the signings became official today. Got some really cool snippets from the press conference. Some really cool moments. T thanking his mom, shouting out his dad, who has unfortunately passed away. And I've learned that I will take a bullet for Rocky Arsenault. As many times as they mentioned him and talked about how big of a key he was to getting these deals done. Clearly, David Mulugeta stinks, and Rocky Arsenault is the hero, and he should be the ruler of the jungle and possibly get a statue.
Yeah, statue for sure. Ruler of the jungle, hilarious. If they did that, I think the stadium would actually explode. Like literally,
that would be awesome.
That would be so epic. I don't know if there's some kind of conflict of interest there or something, but Rocky Arsenault, I don't know how to say the name. If we're butchering it, somebody correct us. Ruler of the jungle, make it happen. So
I'm going with Arsenault. Shout out to everybody here. See the chat's popping off. King Harambe is bricked up. I think we're all a little bricked up. Matt Kincaid, I'm close. Don't stop. Okay. So that's kind of the vibe around Who Dey Nation today.
Love
that's
that.
okay. The presser got delayed. I put out a tweet. I was like, yo, are they going to start this or should I put my clothes on? And everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, just think for a second.
Had to be new followers because I think everybody knows how we are. So
like most people should get it. Yeah. Most people should absolutely get it. So before we get into talking to Matt real quick, we got an early one this week. Dad's popping a little bit of slang in the text from Dad this time.
Okay.
Finally, the Browns spend some change. It just sounds cooler than saying spend some money. Spend some change. And they finally did. They broke their mold on guarantees. Jamar Chase has guarantees going into year 4 of his deal, which is like, holy shit. And then the first 2 years of T's deal are guaranteed. We're going to get into that a little bit more soon. We already have our guest waiting in the waiting room. We are going to talk about the Project Game Day draft party, April 25th, Foaling Warehouse. A lot of people don't know I'm maybe the best foaler in the state of Ohio. This is an open challenge to Joe Burrow. If he would like to come that day and challenge me, I will take him on. Okay. But I want to get Matt in here. We'll talk a little bit more detail about it. He's one of the guys that's part of the brains behind the operation. Great group of guys. We go to their tailgate in Lot 1 every week, drink their beer, eat their food, have a great time. So I'm going to bring in Matt. We're going to talk about the Project Game Day draft party. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? Big day today.
Feeling good, man. Feeling great.
Pretty jacked up about the signings. Now it's time
Jack
to get the
tits.
Jack to the tits.
Nipples are hard.
Stole the words right out of my mouth. I had the j out, and you go with the jack to the tits. Agreed. Yeah.
My bad.
Obviously, no. Obviously, Drew and I are sporting the 5-1 jerseys today. You mentioned it. Huge day for Cincinnati. Huge day for this fan base. The next step is probably free agency, and then eventually the draft, which is where your awesome event comes into play. So give us the summary and talk to us, man.
I'll break down Project Game Day. So we started about a year ago. This time, a bunch of guys that all tailgated together in Lot 1 came together and said, you know what, we need to do something for military veterans and adults and kids with disabilities, which was kind of segued off of Cincy Hat. And obviously we know Cincy Hat, and that blew up. And it's such an amazing charity that they do. But we came together and started a charity. We're called Project Game Day. We are officially a nonprofit now. We had our first draft event on day 2 of the draft last year at Midwest Best Barbecue. That was a hit. We raised a lot of money. We were able to take, I believe, 12 recipients to to the whole season. So we had about 1 to 2 recipients every home game. And so now we have our second annual event. It's going to be at the Foaling House in Cincinnati on April 25th. It goes from 6 p.m. to 11. For $30, you will get a all unlimited foaling. You get Midwest Best Barbecue. We will have Gold Star. We'll have a Coney assembly line there as well. Garage Beer is sponsoring us. And our main attraction right now is Jordan Battle. You get to meet Jordan Battle. Probably get an autograph. He's going to be there for at least an hour or so. It's going to be a great time. And we got some more announcements coming as well. Cincy Hat will be there. I believe Drew's friend KB, she's going to be there giving away, she is giving away, and so is Drew, but it's going to be a raffle for, or a live auction. We haven't decided yet. See what's going to be the most fun. But I think she's going to do a custom jacket, and she does custom sneakers that are just unbelievable. And then, what is it? Gosh, I'm blanking, but it's a trip.
You got the trip.
The trip.
Fans of Cincy.
Fans of Cincy. God, I was blanking. Fans of Cincy has donated, and we're going to do a live auction for 2 people, all expenses paid, to go to Buffalo with tickets and a tailgate. That's an item you don't want to miss. You got to be there to auction on it.
I did not.
Buffalo's
know
a
that.
fun time, dude.
Yeah,
Buffalo
it's going to be a good time. Probably going to see the Goodberries there. I'm just going to take a guess there, but you probably will.
Love them. Lots of fun, lots of food.
Yeah.
Lots of awesome opportunities there, man. You can't beat that. To meet Jordan Battle, the potential to go to Buffalo, all kinds of stuff. I know Katie makes some killer stuff. You got some nice shoes from her, Drew. I've seen them. So
tailgate steppers.
Yeah, tailgate steppers. Yeah, I'm unfortunately going to be out of town. Drew, you'll be in attendance, correct?
I will be there. My wife's going to be there. Talk to Matt. I think my wife is a photographer. Shout out Enchanted Lanes Photography. She's going to give away some photography stuff, some sessions or a session. We haven't really figured it all out yet, but you can bid on a chance to get your family pictures taken super cheap. Or if you're a dude and want some nude pictures taken, I'll allow her to do it.
Some burlesque pictures, you never know what's going to happen.
A little boudoir.
Your session is whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome. So I think a massive highlight of that is Jordan Battle's coming. I mean, how did you guys made that happen? Obviously,
Joey Cook, he's been a friend of ours. He hooked us up. He's been great with getting us in contact with some of the players. So we're working on some more. You know how it is. They might be in town already for OTAs that start, I believe, the next week. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. We're hoping Ted can come from Cincy Hat, but you never know. He's got a new kid. Their schedules are crazy. So if he pops by, he pops by. I know last year he did pop by. Cincy Hat, I know he's got some new hats. I just saw on Twitter. I think they're going to have some new ones at the event as well. So if you don't get it online, you'll probably be able to buy them there. I can't give away too many secrets on some of the stuff that they got coming, but it's going to be nice.
Yeah, dude, the hats from last year were so dope. I was like, man, do I want this orange one or this red one? I was like, give me both of them.
You got to get them.
So I'm going to bring it up on the screen again. You'll still be able to hear me. If you want to buy your tickets for the event, you can Venmo the $30 to @ProjectGameDay or PayPal projectgameday@gmail.com. $30, like you said, unlimited foaling. Midwest Best Barbecue, dog.
And you get to watch the draft.
Is so good.
Bengals, the Brews will be there. They'll have the draft guide up on the screen. I don't know where else you're going to go for a date night for $60 and get 5 hours entertainment.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to come by.
That's going to be awesome.
I tried to get myself set up in a kissing booth, but everybody voted no.
I still say you should.
Yeah. Gonna catch a charge at the draft party, Drew. But yeah, that'll be cool. So what's the don't spill all the beans, okay? But what's the setup for the draft? How are people gonna see the draft while they're there?
Well, if nobody's been to the Fulling Warehouse, they have multiple TVs. I think they have like a 140-inch projection screen on the back corner. We have our own private area all the way back there. The whole lane of Fulling will be reserved for us. You'll also get to meet all of last year's recipients. That the ones that can make it will be there,
cool.
honoring them again. And you get to see the draft. We're hoping to get. We're working on maybe getting DJ Primetime there as well. We'll see what happens. We're trying to get that figured out, but he might be there doing some music for everyone because as you know, there's quite a bit of downtime in between we pick generally. So There'll be lots of action, lots of fun. Garage Beer will be there. Should have some deals on that as well. It's gonna be a great time.
Oh, we love Garage Beer. You know that,
dude.
Can't go wrong.
Last year was so much fun, man. Like I can't overstate how much fun it was. Midwest Best Barbecue had a great setup going on down there, but like it's gotten too big. You need more space because so many people want to come.
It's a good problem.
People are asking in the chat if the event can sell out. It can. There's a limited number of tickets available, so I would encourage you to get tickets.
We still have plenty left as of right now. I think we're capping it around 300 to 350 people. So we have a decent amount of tickets left. So I would get them in. They are going to go quick. I think a lot of people generally like to wait to the last week or two and then they start buying tickets. At least that's what they did last year. And then we had unfortunately turned a fair amount of people away because we had sold out already.
Don't get caught lacking. K Breezy got his tickets. Hell yeah. Nick Fought said, let's sell it out. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gregor's in here. Shout out Greg. Darth is here. So some of the guys that you'll see at the event.
Yeah, Darth is going to have a booth with all his chains that you can donate to us to get one. If you've ever seen Darth's chains, they're pretty badass. I mean, the guy does that as a hobby, and he's been amazing for us in helping raise money.
I usually have one right here. There we go. He's got one.
He's gonna have Bengals. I think he's got Reds ones. If you want something custom made, he'll do it. Send him a DM. The dude's unbelievable with his setup that he's got to make those.
I knew I had one around here somewhere. It's hanging on the wall. I had to find it.
Mine's hanging somewhere too. Yeah, but at the end of the
hell of a Leaping Tiger one too.
Yeah, I've got one of those too.
At the end of the day, folks, it's an incredible event. Lots to do, but you are also giving your money to a good cause. You've already mentioned it, but talk about that a little bit. Who you're actually helping out.
Yeah, so we're helping out adults and kids with disabilities that usually don't have the opportunity or maybe the funds or means to get there. We do purchase wheelchair accessible seats for them, which we did, I think, 2 games this year, and I know they had the best time. And both of them that went, it was their first time ever going. We had a couple military veterans that went. We had 2 guys that were Navy divers. One was a Master Chief. They hadn't been to Cincinnati in years. They're from Dayton originally, but obviously with the Navy, they get stationed out in Seattle and down in Florida. And they came back for the Browns game, got to watch us whoop their ass. That was great. They got to see that freak show of a QB pass from Burrow. That was like Supermaning. I mean,
nice.
And a lot of that was provided by donations from Cap and Jess and Matty Meyer and a couple others. This year we haven't announced it yet, but we with everybody, we've raised enough money that we were able to purchase season tickets now.
No,
let's go!
Yeah. So we have 2 season tickets down the Lower Bowl. We're able to do that. And then also that everybody's donations, the money we raise goes to that, as well as buying the wheelchair accessible seats for everybody.
That's incredible. Unbelievable. So you'll have tickets secured for the people you're giving them away to the entire season.
Yes.
Wow.
And you can go to our Twitter or Facebook, and you can always nominate a military veteran. They can be also active duty. They don't have to be a veteran as long as they're in the military. Or if you know somebody that's an adult or a kid with disabilities, send a nomination. and we'll put them on the list, and then we got fair amount already, but we're good. The more money we raise, the more people we can take. That's the way we look at it.
Incredible.
Everything goes to that. And then we also provide a tailgate experience. I forgot that. So with the winners, they get to come to the tailgate in lot 1, where we have garage beer, hoping to have some other stuff with other sponsors coming this year that we're working on. And then they get money for parking, and they get money to go into the game, to buy a jersey, buy food, whatever they want. They get the full 9-yard experience.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Always love the fun, the fanfare, but at the end of the day, when it turns into a good cause, you cannot beat it. Beat it, man.
You can't.
It really is, man. Like I said, had some fun, getting to interact with some of the recipients last year. I specifically remember Zoe. She was incredibly cool.
Yeah.
So cute. My wife gave her the sunglasses right off her face because she liked them. I think Caitlin's going to be selling some of those.
She was at the Denver game, wasn't she? Hi, honey. Sorry, my
yes.
kid down here.
That's okay.
Kid-friendly show.
Yeah, well,
and also, if for everybody, it is. Sorry, I'm just going to bring her up because she's going to talk. It is kid-friendly at the Foaling House. So please bring your kids. It is kid-friendly.
Awesome. Totally awesome. Well, I tell you what, man, plug the event. We will keep plugging it. Absolutely love having you on here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Up until the time of the event, we'll keep mentioning it. We love the cause. We love everything you're putting together. So we'll give you your night back here.
No problem.
Thanks for coming on the show.
You guys have been great. You've been a supporter from day one, and we can't thank you guys enough.
Absolutely,
hey,
dude.
man,
yeah.
Glad to do it. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go take care of that beautiful little girl.
Bye,
and
sweetie.
We will see you April 25th.
All right, Hooday. We'll see everybody.
Hooday.
Awesome stuff, man.
Heck yeah.
Awesome stuff from Matt. Great cause, great people, great time. Can't wait to get down there. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, I noticed you put a certain logo up on the screen.
I already cracked it.
Was that intentional? Oh, okay, then hush your sweet lips. There we go. Got a little bit on my microphone there. Let me wipe that off.
Lick it off.
Talk dirty to me. Guys, you guys know this. Known this since day one, okay, folks? Ever since we left our previous employer, we have been with Garage Beer. They keep the lights on here, okay? There's no secret to that, all right? There's a reason our skin looks so good and we're glowing, all right? But we love the beer. Genuinely love the beer. You've got your beautiful lime, that summer golfing, sitting by the pool beer.
Beautiful out today. It's a lime beer day.
Don't forget about the classic light beer, though. It's simple, folks. It's beer, flavored beer. Go find it. Drew, talk about how they can find it.
Well, you can go to drinkgaragebeer.com, click on the beer finder. You can also enter your zip code, find out bars, restaurants, gas stations, anywhere that sells that delicious beer, flavored beer. And if you're in the market for a little bit of merch, March Madness is coming up. And it's about time to break this bad boy back out.
Ooh. I tell you what.
The Garage Beer basketball jersey.
I think I got something.
I don't know. This might be a terrible ad because I don't know if they're still selling these or not, but I'm going to wear it.
I think this is up there. We're beer for you. That's
definitely
slogan.
Still there.
Perfect slogan. They are beer for you. Beer flavored beer, baby. Whew. Flash the camera, drink your garage beer. That's how we do it here, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. So the news of the day is obviously Jamar Chase, 4 years, $161 million, $112 million guaranteed. Guarantees going into year 4. We are a modern NFL franchise, folks. Somebody asked who was that for Project Game Day. That was Matt. He is on Twitter at Bengals Bourbon. He's a big bourbon drinker.
Yeah,
awesome dude. Talked to him quite a bit since before all this. Really, really good dude. So that was Matt. She needs that garage beer graphic, please. I will get that over to you. No problem. Shout out Jordan Maxson from Ohio Sports Talk here. Those guys got something brewing over there, Ohio Sports Talk. They got some cool stuff popping off. Shout out to them.
I got something brewing too.
Second of the season. And the Bengals go up again.
Sorry, that was inappropriate. I should not have interrupted you. But I love that video. I love that video. Have to play it. All right, now that I've completely derailed Drew's train of thought, he mentioned it already, okay? Uno, the one, the chosen one, Jamar Chase signed his 4-year deal. This ain't your grandma's Bengals, okay, folks? It isn't. This is not the 80s anymore. I said it, but I'm looking into this camera now. Come here. This ain't your grandma's Bengals, guys. Guarantees into year 4 for Jamar Chase. What are we talking about? Right, Drew?
I would take a bullet for Rocky. Like I said, what a play. And you know how this went now. The agent told the Bengals, no T, no Jamar. A little pressure. And you know what? If it takes some pressure and some posturing from an agent to get the Bengals to jump into the 21st century for this, then I'm completely fine with it. Good on Rocky Arsenault. Thank you for your service, sir. We appreciate you. If you're ever within 200 feet of me, you will not pay for a beer.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, man, it was a dude. It reminds me so much of Step Brothers, dude. Like we're going to be interviewing as a team, and it's like we're going to negotiate as a team. They get off the plane together today. Like these dudes, like they are friends. And Chase said it in his press conference. We got some clips we'll get to later. Like he was like, sometimes in the process, I'm like, hold on me. Where are we at on T? Where are we at on T? Don't worry about mine. Where are we at on T? Like it was clearly very important for both of these guys to stick together. And that just makes me happy, dude. I know there's all this, what about the defense? What about this? And they're paying all this money. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about any of that because this happens every year too, where some guy gets this massive contract and everybody's like, oh my God, what's the team going to do? Because the salary cap. And then the next year, the salary cap goes up by $20 million. And everybody's like, oh, that deal looks like a steal now. Like the Cleveland Browns are able to be functional right now while paying Deshaun Watson all of that guaranteed money. And like, they're kind of going off without a hitch. They're going to draft a quarterback to get the rookie deal, but like, they're not even really in cap hell. Like you can maneuver around all this shit. I don't care. I know that we talked about it Sunday night. I know that there's shit that needs to happen for the defense, but like there was one guy on the defensive free agent market that if they signed them, I'm like, that is a real needle mover. And that's Jonathan Allen. I think the Bengals should have been all over Jonathan Allen, but they weren't. But other than that, like there wasn't like a guy that you could go throw T. Higgins money at instead that's going to come in and really change your defense anyway. So pay your fucking Ferraris and let's pray to God we get an average defense, I guess.
Yeah.
Draft's still coming.
Absolutely. No, you pay your players. You know what I mean? And we had some struggles last year defensively. Yeah, okay, that's great. We got a new defensive coordinator now, Golden. We're going to bring in some new blood. We've already brought in one big giant Brinks truck of a man to clog up the middle. I have faith in them figuring that out this year. I'm not worried about it. But a thing that people are missing that are bitching about how much money we've given these guys is they are now comfortable. They can just play football and not worry about the noise. They're not worrying about getting these contracts and guarantees. They can go out and play as buddies and not worry about shit. And that, I think, is going to do wonders for the locker room. I think it's beyond just the contract. It's beyond just the player. It is the entire locker room now at ease on the offensive side of the ball, specifically, that this money's been dealt out and they can just play. And I think that is going to just only make us better this year.
I could not agree with you more. They mentioned that in the presser today, like it's just work now. Yep. He's had this hanging over his head for 2 years now. You know what I mean? Like going into last year, he was tagged. The year before, he was worried about, am I going to get a new deal or not? Chase, obviously, they negotiated up to a couple hours before kickoff last year, and he missed a lot of camp, and he didn't hit the ground running. If that's done, maybe we play a little better, beat the Patriots. We're in the playoffs. God knows what happens. That offense was humming. So, like, all of that shit is done. Obviously, we've still got work to do on Trey. There are some rumblings on here that we'll get to it later. But first off, shout out to Fravor, gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Shout out to Fravor. Like the stream if you're in here on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, please subscribe to the YouTube. That would be cool. We got 5 new members. I'm sure my wife will send me who those members are momentarily. She usually gets to see that from the chat, so we know who some of our new members are. But Fravor, you've been a supporter since day one. Shout out to you. We appreciate the hell out of you.
Love it.
So, and then with T's deal, 4 years, $115 million. First 2 years of that deal at $28.5 million are guaranteed. So $57 million guaranteed, plus his he got the franchise tag at like $24 million last year. So he's getting like $70-some million guaranteed. Not a crazy guarantee amount, honestly. I mean, if you compare it to what he was looking at before with his last agent. New members, Pork Chop, shout out Chop.
Hey.
It's Dev got one. That spiritual game got one. Excuse me. Lord Behemoth 78 got one, and Matt Reichel got one. So shout out to you, Fravor, for gifting the memberships to our members. We need to get we're going to get things rolling a little bit more with some of that content. I know we've been saying that, and life gets crazy and shit like that, but we will make it worth your money. We appreciate you guys for doing that. So yeah, we have 9, 1, and 5 locked up. Give me 91. I'll have faith that Al Golden will Al will have a golden touch with the rest. That chewed me up and spit me out. Yeah. 17 Sons here. Shout out 17th Son. Just got out of the gym and I'm pumped about it. No drama in the locker room about money. Get Trey. Yep. Absolutely.
That's bigger than people know, man. That is
Dylan,
so big.
Dylan's bricked up. I like
Everybody is.
I did get a little bit annoyed with Kelsey interrupting T during answers during the pressure. Let the guy have his moment. Let him talk.
Oh my God. They need to let us in that room. They need to let us in there.
They need to get fucking microphones for the reporters. It's better now, but like get one to pass around or something because we got to be able to hear these guys a little bit better. But let's get into the presser a little bit. So we got a couple clips here. Zach came out and talked first in a really cool polo shirt. I would like to find out if I can purchase one of those. And he just had a few things to say about these guys, who they are, what they are to the team, and why they got these big paydays.
For me, just because
Wrong video.
All we've seen these two guys do is work every single day. They've been in the building, lead by example, inspire some of the younger players, and now they're going to take on an even bigger leadership role than before, which I know that they're more than capable of. So, really exciting day for all of us here as an organization.
So,
love that. Good coach.
More of a leadership.
Thing of note. Taylor's a top button guy. Did you see that?
Is he?
All we've seen these two guys do is work every single day. They've been in the building, lead by
top button guy. That makes sense, though.
That's interesting. Pretty buttoned up. Yeah. Hey, so he said it there, man. These guys got their money. They've proved their worth. They are valued in this organization, and they're going to be looked to fill leadership roles, man. I think you're going to see some captaincies on these guys' chests. Maybe not every single one. I don't know how many they have to dish around, but they're definitely going to be leaders in the locker room. T said it himself a bunch of times during the interviews. He's a quiet guy. That's fine. He can lead with play. Jamar can lead, and Burrow is the leader. So definitely going to see an enhanced veteran presence from these two, I think, for the younger guys in the locker room.
Yeah, and that's going to be big, man, because, you got a guy like Jermaine Burton who he's not a lock for the roster, but I think he's got a decent chance of making it, even with some of his fuck-ups here recently, because he's a third-round pick. They invested a premium pick in him. Yeah. Guys like that they can take under their wing. And, Chase is not afraid to speak. Chase is not afraid to talk his shit to the opponent, and he's probably not afraid to, hold guys accountable in the locker room. And let's just face it, man, you're the best receiver in the league. You have a little bit of clout to do that, and guys have to shut the fuck up and listen. Be who you can afford to be is kind of the saying that I like to live by. So you like to see – obviously you like to see these guys locked up long-term. They don't have to worry about their money. They don't have to worry about their deals. They can just train, go play football. But you like to see that Zach is going to give them some of that slack too. Like, hey, you guys and Joe are the top three, paid guys on this team. You're the top dog. So, like, be a little bit more of a leader. I like it. And I think that that's going to do nothing but bleed into the receiver room as a Yoshi continues to develop. And Burton, like I mentioned, and, what are you going to get out of Charlie Jones kind of guys? And then, obviously you got Gesicki back too. So, like, Burrow wanted T, Jamar, Gesicki, and Trey back. We got 3 of the 4. Sounds like very, very positive momentum coming on the Trey Hendrickson front.
Really? What are you hearing?
We saw a tweet from Bengals captain.
Yes,
that
we did.
Pretty much said, like, hey, I was told the deal's done. And we know Cap. Cap is a connected individual. He knows people. He's not in the news-breaking game, so it's not like he's just bullshitting. Haven't seen it materialize yet, but I feel like that guy probably, has somebody giving him some pretty good info. The national guys have picked it up. Rappaport posted a video yesterday where it's right toward the end. They're like, people are asking if this is possible, and I'm thinking that it is. So it just seems like everything is trending toward Trey getting that new deal and coming back, which obviously is massive. if they're able to pull that off.
Huge, absolutely huge. And I do love the big media wave. There's no way they're going to sign T. Higgins. He signed. Oh, now they can't afford Trey. Wait, maybe he's gonna, because they just got to talk their shit until they're proven wrong. But dude, bringing 91 back is we're cooking with Crisco at that point. There's still guards to add. We still have to go through a draft, but if we can retain him, oh my God, that's going to be so wonderful. Everybody knows it. I'm speaking to the choir here. Everybody knows they want him back. Trey himself has said he wants to come back. He's been to multiple charity events wearing his own jersey, has been speaking to reporters and saying, I love Cincy. I want to play in Cincy. Obviously, they granted him the trade request. And I am of the notion that they said that because he and his agent, probably his agent, not Trey himself, were saying, we want a deal, we want a deal. And they were like, dude, we're going to get to you. We are fist fighting with these wide receiver contracts right now. Just have patience. And the agent goes, well, then let us look for a trade. Fine. Go look, see your market. If it's not there, come back. And now I think we're at the comeback point because we've got guys that are pretty reliable guys saying that it's pretty close, if not done. And then we're waiting to hear about it. We're not breaking news here, guys. We don't know if it's done. We don't know how close it is. We are regurgitating information that we received just like you guys. But I feel pretty damn good about it.
I feel a lot better about it than I did a week ago now.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems too much stuff is trending in a positive way on it. And obviously, Duke Tobin said, I don't want to spend more money for the same team that I had last year. Right now, we're in a situation where he's spending more money for the same team they had last year, save from an iffy linebacker and a D tackle who's great against the run but doesn't offer a ton there. So I'm not trying to knock those guys, but they're not like, oh my God, they instantly make your defense jump 5 spots in the rankings kind of guys either. So I think that the momentum with Trey is so positive. The Bengals also said, like, hey, man, if you can get a trade that can get us a first rounder or something, go ahead and do it. And that hasn't materialized because Trey is a little bit older. So I don't think that it's necessarily all just like his market wasn't what he thought it was, because I think somebody would pay him $35 million.
Yeah. Well,
on the trade is never going to be to the Bengals' liking. They had blown away with, 2 first rounders or something for Carson Palmer, or a first and second, I believe. Like, they have to be knocked off their feet to take a trade offer.
Yeah, the Bengals are always looking for a net positive. Always. I mean, anybody really is, but the Bengals really want to win trades and win deals, right? This wide receiver deal we're seeing right now, while it is a win for the organization because you keep 2 great players, they shelled out a lot of freaking money that they don't usually do. So to let go of a guy like Trey, they're going to want to win big, and they just weren't going to win that big. So I don't know if it was Trey's agent saying, hey, we'll go get you a first. I saw some noise about that, maybe over-promising, under-delivering. But at the end of the day, I don't care. Let's sign Trey back. Hopefully it gets done. 91 in stripes forever. Let's do this.
And he is, man. He is the heart of the defensive line. I posted that video a couple of days back of him, like with his helmet off in the crowd of the defense, just like fucking screaming. And I love that because he looks like, he's going to sell me car insurance when he's not in his uniform. And then he puts the pads on it. He's a fucking lunatic. And I love that.
Yep.
Mike's taking screen caps of me. Good. Get my good angle, Mike.
So he's got a bunch of them on his phone. Yeah.
He does. He has lots of pictures of me on his phone.
Trey is certainly our crash out white guy on the defense, man. Just completely loses his mind and sacks the quarterback. 17.5 last year. If we sign him, can he replicate that? Let's hope he can get pretty darn close, but job's not done. Sign Trey, and let's improve beyond that as well. So job's not done regardless of signing Trey.
Yeah, we still need guards, man. Like we need guards bad. There's That takes us to the next text from Dad from this episode. He says, now all we need is a couple guards and our offense will be unstoppable. And that's really it, dude. Even if you look at Gesicki as your third wide receiver, which is what he essentially is, like loaded everywhere. Mims, monster. Orlando Brown Jr., monster. Ted Karras, monster. Chase Brown, electric. Drew Sample, fucking legend. Like,
that's it.
You have everything on offense, and there are still guards on the market right now that are an instant upgrade from what you played with last year with Cordell Volson and Alex Kappa. Tevin Jenkins was supposed to have a physical with Seattle today in a meeting. That meeting never happened, apparently. So I don't know if that's bad news because he's got some back injury concerns. I don't know if that's bad news. I don't know if that's good news. I don't know. But you still have your Brandon Scherfs. You still have your Will Hernandez. You still have viable options at guard that you can go out and sign that are still improvements. And obviously, I still think you should draft the guards. We're a big Tate Ratledge program. But that's all they have to finish on the offensive side of the ball. Get me guards. Anybody that's out there that you can sign is probably an upgrade from Volson and Kappa. And I'm not saying you pencil Cody Ford in as your starter right now. I am a big Cody Ford guy. Cody Ford is valuable to this team. I'm not sold that I want him to be my starter, but if he goes in there and he earns the job to start at left guard where he was playing after Cordell Volson got benched last year, let him earn it, but he needs to have real competition first.
Yeah, you said it best. If we solidify the guard spots, there's not a weakness on the offense. Like you cannot find there's not one. You can't point it out. I'm sorry. I don't. 17 Son, can you elaborate on this? I'm not sure what you mean by this, but if you've got some news, let the group know.
Gordo is a fan insider.
Okay,
that's
all right.
He's been hitting on some stuff though.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see. But yeah, give me Sheriff, Devin Jenkins. That would be great. Like I just said, there's not a weakness on the offensive side of the ball if you solidify the guard spot, and then you can just go into the draft and just go defense buck wild, man. I mean, that would be unbelievable. There's probably a couple of defenders out there you could add too, but oh my God, could you imagine first round edge rusher, second round Tate Ratledge, third round linebacker, just defense, fourth round safety, just oh my God, just stacking the defense with young talent would be chef's kiss.
A former Hawkeye for our buddy Ben. Hey, Ben's been cooking up some ideas for the program that I think are going to be cool.
Yeah, he has. You're right.
Let's see. Mr. 17.5, as I put it, shout out Jeezy. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Gordo is saying that Scherf's done, so we'll see. Iowan, is that how you pronounce it, Ben? I love that Ben is not that old man in that picture. That still makes me happy.
I do love that.
He's got some old guy, and that's definitely not Ben. I've met Ben in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy to see that, all of most of the big shit is done, and maybe now we'll get some action on these guards because you gotta lock it in. And I've said it 10 times on here. I'll say it 10 times more. Give me vets that you can plug and play. Let's draft and develop for the future and for depth.
Yeah, I mean, continuing to talk about lack of weakness on this offense. I mean, signing T and Jamar is just step one. You saw it in their press conference today, and I know we've got some clips of their press conference. They're happy to be here, so that's got to bring in some guys. Like, look, all right, they're paying their people. Their players are happy to be here. You want to roll a couple of those clips, and we can look at how happy they actually were.
Yeah, I just saw Mike's first screen cap. It's I look like shit. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. So one of the things that we kind of hit on earlier that we can show the clip up now is Chase talking about how important it is to keep T. Higgins on this team and why. I thought this was a good little clip that you sent over that we can run now.
For me, yeah, just because I know I really was not trying to let T go. For me, I don't know about Joe, but it's hard when you out there and T not out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy at all. So T out there it makes my job easier. I make his job easier. We make the running back's job easier. So the whole game slows down for me. It gets easier for some people. So he's just a big help.
Yeah, absolutely. He said it best there. I mean, if both guys are out there, the defense has to respect two incredibly talented wide receivers. So there's definitely Jamar's talented. He doesn't forget how to play basketball like Space Jam, but when T's out there, they got to respect T so Jamar can cut loose. We've all seen it. We've seen it over and over and over again when they're out there. So,
and we saw how the offense changed last year when T would, if he would go out when he'd get banged up or whatever. Sometimes the offense came to a screeching halt last year. It was very, very noticeable. And we're going to throw the shit out of the football. Everybody knows that. We're going to throw that fucking thing around the yard. But we all want a better run game. We all want to be able to set up play action. And that starts with getting better run blocking guards. But the heart and soul, the core identity of this offense is going to be, we're going to spread you out, put your best guy on Chase, put two guys on Chase. I got T over here on the other side.
Yeah.
Then Gesicki and the seam type shit. It's just, It really is a pick your poison situation. But to hear Chase, best receiver in football, Triple Crown winner, say like, this is how important he is to this team. This is why we negotiated together. This is why I would pause my negotiations to make sure things were going well with his, because he is that important to this team.
Yeah, 100%. When in doubt, spread them out. Absolutely.
That's a good saying.
Yeah. Now, again, and if Burton can get his stuff together, come on, man. The kid's
Oh,
talented.
boy.
That would be great. That would be great. All right.
Ooh.
Got another Ben throwing
Ben.
out some more subs here, man. I love it, love it, love it. If you haven't already, check out the YouTube. We're obviously live on Twitter right now. That's where our following is, for lack of a less moronic and stupid term. But hit the YouTube up, like, subscribe, share the stream, get on there. Drew will get a text here in a minute with who got those subs. Absolutely love it. I'm seeing some Jermaine Pratt talk in here. Someone said, what's going to happen with Pratt? Saw someone said they thought, nope. Oh, potential trade partner. Asking if there's a shot we trade him during the draft, maybe to move up. I don't know. I have no idea.
Take it.
Yeah, Pratt requested a trade. If he's unhappy, let him go elsewhere. Let's get maybe a 6th or a 7th for him and bring in some other young guy. Who knows, man? We don't have any inside information on Pratt. All we can do is speculate. So,
yeah, but I mean, if it's a guy that doesn't want to be here, take a 6. I shed the money and get him gone. To be honest, like I'm not trying to be a dick. Yeah. I am trying to be a dick to Shannon Sharp, because this guy gets on fucking ESPN. He's like, now Jermaine Pratt says that they want to trade. He wants to trade because they can't pay him.
Yeah,
it's not about him not being paid. He just got paid.
Yeah.
Maybe he said, hey, I want a contract extension. And they were like, hey, you played like shit last year. We're not going to extend you. So he's like, all right, trade me. Then I guess you can say it's a money thing, but Shannon Sharp can do 10 minutes of fucking research on a situation before he gets on fucking ESPN and starts talking about shit. There's my list.
And rant. Absolutely love it. If Pratt's not traded, shot that he leaves anyway. So who knows? I have a gripe with Ja'Marr Chase. I'm just going to say it. He insulted my cuisine as a Cincinnatian. So do you want to roll that clip and then we can chat about this?
Yeah, I got it pulled up.
For me, I like Cincinnati because it gives me the opportunity to come here and focus. You know, I'm not distracted out here. It's not too many things to get me, off pace out here, and it's strictly what I'm focused on. That's really tunnel vision for me to play football. So, I mean, at the end of the day, the food's not the best. We could work on that, but I'm from New Orleans. I'm not used to the food yet.
So there's a lot said in that clip. There's positives. We'll start with that, man. He loves it here because he can stay focused and locked in. We aren't Vegas. We aren't LA. We aren't not Oakland, wherever the hell the Raiders are now. They're in Vegas. I already said that. Sorry. But we're not a crazy city. We're a very fun city if you know where to go, but there's not a lot of distractions here. I beg to differ that the food is not good. I think Jamar maybe needs to explore a little bit, hit up the cuisines. I know he's probably had Skyline. He needs to hit up Jeff Ruby's. I know he's been to Jeff Ruby's, Montgomery Inn. We got a lot of stuff. There's Tap House downtown. What's going on here with that?
I thought it was funny. He's like, I like Cincinnati because I'm able to focus. He's like, yeah, dude, I love it here. It's fucking boring.
Yeah,
there's nothing to do. So I just work on football all the time.
Yeah.
And somebody was saying today, like, why aren't these guys in Cincinnati already? Is Miami that much better? I was like, well, there's kind of your answer. He's like, yeah, there ain't a fucking lot to do here. And you know what? I like John's comment here a lot. He's like, Triple Crown winner does what he wants. I'll fly his ass gumbo every day if that's what it takes. We're talking about a delivery expert here in John Paps, not just some guy. We're talking about a logistics expert that can get the food to him. And, whatever, dude. If you say there's not much to do here, like, cool, that's fine.
Can't be mad. There's a reason these guys go on vacation during the off season. So, you know what I mean? So I totally get it. Nick fought with $10. Keep your money, guys.
Whoa!
We really appreciate it. But Drew and Bango, I need your availability dates to play in the first annual Cincy Unfiltered Golf Tournament. Nick, we are talking about this, trying to make it happen. That's all I've got on that. I mean, we're going to figure it out. I think it's going to be a fun event once we get our shit together here and actually plan something.
Yeah, we know the charity we want the proceeds to go to. We need to lock down a golf course, need to lock down a time, figure out all the logistics, all of that stuff, how much it's going to cost, this, that, the other. Yes, but that is something that, Nick, you can hit us on the Discord. If somebody wants to drop the Discord link in here, that would be dope because I still just haven't gotten smart enough to put it on my computer yet. But yeah, we can definitely get that going. You don't have to spend $10 to say that to us. I appreciate you spending your hard-earned money on us, but please don't feel like you have to.
Here's a tidbit.
Maybe we got an F grade in food this year.
Yeah, we sure did. Maybe
facility, so that could be it.
Maybe he was referring to the team food. Who knows? I don't know. I'm sure there's a chef in the fan base. Get him in there.
Wedge talking about. Hey, Wedge threw down some chicken parm the other night that made me a little horny. I didn't even eat it. I just saw the pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Wedge, get in there. Hire Wedge, dude. Come on.
We did talk about this earlier, 17 Sons, the draft party. We had a whole segment on it. If you missed that, go back at Project Game Day on Venmo. $30 get you in there. Unlimited folding. Midwest Best Barbecue Dog. The Grippo wings. Get out of here.
I've not had them. I need to go.
Get out of here. I don't know why you have to be out of town, but cancel it.
Yeah, sorry. Duty calls. That sucks.
Yeah, Matt, thank you for coming on. Did we click that at the same time again?
Yep, go for it. There you go.
Thanks for coming on, Matt. We appreciate it, man. We tried to give some info out about it, and I probably fucked something up. So it's nice to have somebody who is actually at the top of what's going on to tell us exactly what's going on. What's up? You about to say something?
I was saying we both click. We don't have a producer, guys. We run this shit out of our basement, so we're gonna mess that up.
Shit happens.
Nick, I
should have never showed you how to click buttons.
I know. I was out of town last draft. I'm sorry. Ron, can you have someone fly out an Apache? You know what? Maybe I can make something happen. We'll see. Hey, better late than never, Bobby. Welcome.
Shout out, Bobby.
Hooday. All good, man. You're here. That's all that matters. So we've covered Jamar Chase. We've covered T. Higgins. We've chatted about Trey Hendrickson. We've continued our gripes about what the Bengals need to do going forward. Shout out the draft party. What else we got tonight, Drew?
We got about 13 minutes or so left here. We usually go for about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, chat Q&A. Ask questions.
Let's do it. Throw them in the chat. We're sitting near 1,500 across all platforms. 1,400. Sorry, I can't do math, but absolutely love that you guys are here. Like the stream. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it on Twitter. Go ahead and get in there. What do we got? Bango must have been hired into the scouting department if he's disappearing at draft time. I'll take the job. They got to match my salary, though. And I cannot guarantee you I will scout good players. So that's my resume there. Bobby, sorry, clicked the wrong one. Bobby, no word on guard right now other than is it a fake insider? Gordo?
I don't know who Gordo is, but Gordo is one of the fan insiders that have kind of made the rounds the last couple of years. But Gordo's been right about a lot of things, and he says Brandon Scherf's done. I know they were in on Tevin Jenkins. It seems like things like that on that have cooled. But there have been some reports they were never in on him, and then some guys that are in the know say that they were. So I would tend to believe that.
Second of the season. And the Bengals go up again.
Sorry, someone hit that button.
When they request the button, we hit the button. We are here to give the people what they want.
Yeah, but you're right. We don't know what's going on with Tevin Jenkins. Who knows, man? We'll see. Hopefully they can bring in a guard. I'd be a little upset if they didn't. I really would. Who's your ideal pick at 17, Drew?
I like Derek Harmon from Oregon a lot, the D tackle. I like Pierce from Tennessee, the edge rusher, a lot. Those are probably my top two. If you put a firearm to my head and told me I had to pick one, I'm probably going to go Walter Nolan because I think we need effective pass rush from the middle as well.
Yeah, I'm a big Pierce and Nolan guy. Those are my
Nolan's good too.
Yeah, big. What the hell is the question? Ideal picks at 17. I would not be angry at a Jihad Campbell or Holy War Campbell, as I have come to call him. I think that he would, jihad means holy war in Arabic. I think that,
you allowed to say that?
he would solidify the linebacking position. I think so. It's Arabic. Who gives a shit? It's a language. I think that he would get back there and really solidify the linebacking position and play great next to Logan Wilson. Comments are coming in fast and furious now. So here's a Gordo one. Gordo has been perfect so far. May just be a coincidence. Who knows? Sometimes I think all the insiders are just a coincidence. 8-8 is crazy. 8-8 is crazy.
Jenkins left Seattle without a deal. I heard he never even made the visit, so I don't know exactly what's going on there.
Yeah.
Drab Caleb Johnson round 1 and then get IOL. I don't think we're going to do that.
No.
Need edge rushers. James Pierce. He said Murphy ain't it. I don't agree that Murphy isn't it. I don't think Murphy's ever been given enough of an opportunity, and I'm excited for Al to finally give him an opportunity.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Ron is allowed to say that more than most. That's fair. That's actually that's fair.
Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate to say in public, but on this show, it's kind of no holds bar. So who gives a shit?
Bring jihad on Sundays. Shit. All right.
Oh man, I might have just started something bad.
Protection on trading or releasing Pratt. We touched on that a minute ago. I think if they can get a draft pick for him, whether that be a late round pick or not, they would probably be inclined to do it. And if not, look out for him to be like a post June 1st cut. That's probably the way I would look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cautiously optimistic about Osai and Miles this year. Same. Absolutely. I think Osai's got a lot of gas in the tank. And I think if Murphy's given the chance, he can hopefully step up, right? I'm hopeful, right? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe we're proven wrong, but
Osai's a young guy looking to get paid. Signed a 1-year deal to come back to us this year. So he showed some flashes. He had 5 sacks over the last 7 games last year. I think there's still upside there. I'm not saying any of these guys are going to come in and be Myles Garrett by any means, but I think that Lou was just a little bit too set on the old guys last year. I think Jordan Battle should have saw the field a lot earlier. I think Miles Murphy should have saw the field a lot earlier. I think Joseph Osai probably should have saw the field a little bit more before they were forced to when Sam Hubbard went down with an injury. So, I'm not saying like these guys are going to be world beaters, but I think we could definitely see more out of them this coming year than we did last year, just from a pure snap standpoint.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, right? Lou played the veterans like he just did. That was just apparently his philosophy. So like one of these guys might just jump off the paper and tear the league up. You don't know, right? They could all stink. It could all stink. You don't know. You know what I mean? But if there's a shot, one of them's great, then let's go for it.
And another good point is Cam Sample is coming back after tearing the Achilles in camp last year. Another guy that, not going to be, a Pro Bowler probably, but he showed flashes in previous years of being able to get in there and disrupt things and help out. And like you said, with a pass rotation, keep them fresher, because I'm a big proponent of fresh legs in a pass rush rotation. I think that is a key. And we kind of got beat up last year, and there were guys that, Trey's going every play. Mm-hmm. Now I'm hoping, and they're gonna draft one at some point, whether that be at 17 or later. They're gonna draft one at some point that you can cycle in there as well.
100%.
If I had to pick one of the 2 Mitten Badger running backs in the draft, which do you like more? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what Mitten Badger means.
I don't think I do either. Are you referring to Wisconsin Badger?
The Wisconsin Badgers?
I don't know. That's going over my head. But if Ashton Genty falls to 17, I'm all for it.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Wait, hold on. You're not in on that? You're not in?
No. When we talked about that last time, I said if they go crazy on the defense and free agency and fill a bunch of holes, go for it. They did not do that.
Yeah,
do not draft a fucking running back at 17. Trade down.
I think so too. I like Chris Paul at Ole Miss as well in the later rounds. I think he's a solid guy. I like Jack Kaiser. I think Jack Kaiser could be a good running back. Good linebacker back there. There's some linebackers. Kobe King, Penn State. There's some linebackers in the draft in the later rounds that I think could come in here and play ball. So,
yeah, absolutely. And the Michigan boys coming back from injury this year should be a great addition for the room too. Yeah, Twitter's going to tell you they suck because they went to Michigan, but DJ Turner was balling last year. Dax Hill was balling last year and found his home. DJ Turner actually looks really good in some of the clips I've seen. Humble brag, talked to him last night for a minute. Great guy. But the recovery seems to be going well there. So I think absolutely, positively, they will make a positive impact next year.
So his recovery is going well? Okay.
Dude, he was moving them puppies. And, it was a clavicle injury. He's, popping up, catching the ball, moving around good, but he was moving quick.
Okay. I love to hear that. Awesome. You're talking to him, man. That's good stuff.
I'd be in on Will Johnson, too, and that's going to sound like a lot of bias, but that's the best corner in the draft. If he somehow fell to 17, it's going to be hard to not take him.
Yeah, it really would. And the quarterback room is pretty good right now, but you always look to get better. So if a guy like that is there, you got to go for it.
Because you got to hit, man. And he's a guy that's a damn sure hit. Like, I don't think there's a chance he's there at 17.
Mm-hmm.
But if he fell, he's one of those guys that's a damn near sure thing. And that's what we need out of these defensive draft picks with all the money going to the offense. We need as close to sure things as you can find in the draft.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, he was going – DJ Turner was balling out against the Chargers. Refused to call him L.A. I still call him San Diego too.
Yeah, I do it because I'm stupid and can't remember they moved. But
And, dude, Njong Meta, dude, is a guy that I still like too, man.
Yeah.
He's a run into a brick wall. I'm going to attack the guy with the ball. I don't think he's a great coverage guy, but, man, just the game record that he could possibly be just by being, kind of a lunatic. I like the potential of Njong Meta as well.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see him in the preseason a lot, I think. So he'll turn into a fan favorite when he starts lighting people up in the preseason. So
it's where I fell in love with him last year.
Yep, 100%. Here's an interesting one. I think the defense lost trust in Lou last year. Communication was bad the last 5 games. Do you think the new DC Golden would be better? I think he's got to be better. I think that's the answer to that. You heard it. Last 5 games, everything got simplified and it all started to work. So I think if Al Golden comes in and he doesn't try to reinvent the wheel and just has these guys play hard-nosed football, I think we'll be all right.
I think Lou's a good defensive coordinator. I'm not trying to shit on Lou here, but I think for a lot of the things he did, he had to have top-end veteran talent like a Jesse Bates, like the Von Bell of old. And he didn't trust the young guys because he does a lot of complex shit with bringing DBs in and disguising pressures. Like he does a lot of very complex shit. And when you have savvy veteran top tier talent like we had in the 2021, 2022 years, you can get away with that. But then I don't know that he was the best at bringing the young guys along. And Golden coming from college, obviously, he knows how to relate to the younger guys. And he had talked about simplifying things. I keep going back to after he was hired, his press conference, he's like, we're going to make things simple. I want these guys to read and react, go get the football. And that's what you need when you're dealing with a young, growing, developing defense that you're just get us a few more stops than we got last year. We got a super sports car over here on offense. Just get us a few more stops. Be a defense that's from 19 to, just be that. So I think the simplification of it's going to help a lot.
I agree. Both Drew and I, thoughts on Geno Stone this upcoming season? I think I don't know if we're high on Geno Stone, but we're optimistic about Geno Stone because in the late half of the season, he turned it on again. So he's got about 1 to 2 games this coming season, the very first 2 games, to not be a complete fuck up for me. And then I'm going to probably call for his head. But I have faith that he can play like he played towards the latter half of the season. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm high on Geno Stone.
Yeah.
I'm just not as low as I was.
Yep.
But I'm cautiously optimistic because he got some picks there at the end of the year, but he's playing guys like Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Will Levis, and he wasn't playing great quarterbacks. One of the picks was a great play on the ball by DJ Ivey that landed in Geno Stone's chest. I'm not trying to knock the guy. I think that there's still a damn good player there, and maybe a simplified defense helps him too, even though he's been around for a while. But I'm cautiously optimistic on him. But I don't rule out an Xavier Watts in the second round from Notre Dame. Golden knows him, super athletic guy. Don't rule that out. Yeah. But I would classify myself as cautiously optimistic on Geno Stone.
Same. Yeah. Second round, I want Ratledge. That's who I want. If we even have to move up to get him, that is the guy I want at 49 or higher. But if somehow Ratledge is gone and we have no shot of getting him, if Xavier Watts is there, I'm running to the table, dude. Absolutely running to the table.
And this is a good point from Ryan, man. Vic Fangio, Philly's defense was ranked 30th the year before last. He came in, got him cooking. They went and won a Super Bowl. Now, obviously, Howie Roseman and their front office have just nailed draft pick after draft pick after draft pick. which is what the Bengals are putting a lot of pressure on themselves to do now with all the money on the offense. So, like, you have to hit on your draft picks and give the defensive coordinator a lot to work with. But there is a path. You have seen it done because Vic Fangio came in and took a shitty defense with young guys and made it damn good and won a Super Bowl with it.
Yeah, 100%. Another good point here. Dak's in the slot this year. Yeah, probably. Would love Hilton back on a team-friendly deal. I think everybody would love Hilton back on a team-friendly deal, but I know it was like $11 million out there. Bengals just aren't going to pay that. If nobody pays him and he wants to come back on a cheaper deal, hell yeah, let's play football, man. Another good comment here. Al Golden needs to let Stone roam. He's not a tackler. Use Dax in battle. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Let Geno Stone, man. Don't try to pigeonhole him into something he's not good at. So
yeah, let him be your center fielder a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
We don't know if we've nailed draft picks yet because Lou never played them. I mean,
yeah,
that's true. You know, DJ Turner's played more some because he was forced into action, like when Cheeto got hurt the year before last, and then Cam Taylor-Britt got benched a couple times.
Yeah,
absolutely. But a lot of these guys, you don't know. Like you saw flashes from McKinley Jackson. You saw Chris Jenkins kind of, and he dealt with some injuries last year that kind of I think slowed his development. But you saw flashes from these guys, and not only do you have Al, you've got a new linebackers coach, you got a new D-line coach, you've got new voices, new blood, new ideas, new ways to reach these guys. They're going to be open to it because they're all trying to earn their spot. So I think it's going to breed nothing but good competition and get the best out of the young guys with this whole overhaul of the staff.
Yeah, I don't know if that's confirmed, Nick. If that's something that's actually happening, let us know.
It's a rumor.
Okay, Big Tiger, I like. Yeah, this is it. I think there's definitely more than 11 good players on defense. We just need them to gel as a good unit. 100%.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's absolutely right. We've hit an hour here. Love doing the Q&A with you guys. Yeah, that stuff's fun. Again, man, when you watch this back, we talked T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Trey Hendrickson, talked to Matt, Project Game Day, ran down some free agents we'd like, and then rolled right into some draft questions and Q&A. Obviously, like we stated in our earlier episodes, this program is going to follow the season, right? We're still in the FA period. So we'll probably still be talking about FAs up until OTAs and camp and the draft and stuff. So just follow along.
I hope next week we're talking about guard signings and Trey's contract.
Me too. Yeah.
That's what I really would like to focus on next week is really be able to hone in on those. But last time I'll say it before we get out of here, please like this video. If you have a chance, subscribe to the channel. You never know. You may get free membership from Ben or Frav. Fravor.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you next week. We may see you before if T gets done. It depends, or if Trey gets done. You never know. We might do another surprise live and try to get just a ridiculous amount of people.
Yeah,
because that was nuts. Dude, the comments were just like,
yeah,
oh like shit,
16,000 plus people watching us spew our dumb shit. Absolutely love it. I got nothing left but a hooday, man.
I got nothing left but to finish this ice cold garage beer. Got to be very careful. Spent about $200 on this jersey, maybe a little bit irresponsibly. Need a haircut soon, boys. I got to lock in.
Same. Good job. You got this. Hooday.
Your boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's go.